Suing God. From the legal point of view, to sue someone means to charge him to court on the account of an offense or a crime really or allegedly committed. After a thorough examination, this person is subjected to some sort of punishment by the legal authority if found guilty. But to sue God simply means to judge him unfaithful. Every of those times you ever felt disappointed at God, you have judged him unfaithful. Every of those times you felt God was unfair to you, you judged him unfaithful. Whenever you as little as compare other person's blessings against your own blessing, whenever you feel God is not doing enough, whenever you feel God has failed you, you have judged him unfaithful without knowing. And anytime you tell a fellow human being how God has failed you, you are simply suing God before the illegal courtroom of men. Mere mortals who can't even do him anything. God is the law, and only according to his dictates shall things be. Have you ever gone for counseling and instead of seeking the wise counsel of whoever it is you went to see, you begin to give a wicked narrative about God? You have judged him unfaithful. You are simply telling him that he hasn't done you well. Now, why do people come to the point in their life that they begin to judge God unfaithful? What brings people to that point in their life to sue God? Number one, sudden negative experience. A sudden plague or situation you didn't plan for. You never saw it coming. When people experience sudden heat of a great problem, they tend to judge God unfaithful. They tend to question God, especially if they have been of the household of faith and think they have been committed to God and feel they don't deserve this. Next up, stubborn issues of life or recurrent issues of life. When people trust God and have entrusted certain issues to him but can't get visible or permanent solution for a very long time, their faith begins to go down. If care is not taken, they might get to a point of totally losing faith in God and without fail question his promises and even existence. This group of people can easily demarcate a church, judging God unfaithful at every little opportunity they get. Next up, sense of entitlement. Sadly, a lot of Christians are under this umbrella. Because you belong to a service unit in church and have served long and consistently so, you think God has to bless you according to your dictates. While it is not robbery to feel that way, have you also checked the will of God for you? And when their desires don't come the way they want it, they back down from faith, from service units, and even from church. It will interest you to know that most persons who champion vices in the society today once had history of church, religious groups, and upbringing. Next up, limited understanding of God's plan and purpose for you. The expected end God spoke about in Jeremiah 29:11 cannot be the same for everyone. We all have our varying expected end as we are all unique. And it's all going to be according to the dictates of God. It's just like everyone on earth is an actor. each interpreting his or her role from an invisible script. Now the elder shall serve the younger. That was God's dictate for Esau. Why? Esau have I hated, Jacob have I loved. What did he do? Nothing. That was God's own choice to make. The dictates of God. Same way, you may not have done anything justifiable to be served certain spiritual and physical injustice in life. Same way, you may not have done anything justifiable to be going through challenges, hard times, loneliness, losses, sicknesses, and other things that buffet you. In same vein, like Jacob, you have not also done anything to be in the grace and glory that you are enjoying today. What do you think you did so great to be wealthy, privileged, fruitful, beautiful, connected, healthy, whole, and alive? Many people did much more. But Esau have I hated, Jacob have I loved. You are only there by the dictates of God. So don't feel luckier than thou. In this life, many people have found themselves to be Esau's, and many others have woken up to be Jacob's. They each did nothing to lose or gain. It was by the dictates of divinity. You know, for some reason, for the longest, I looked at Rebecca as a wicked, partial, insensitive mother. But no, she was a proper woman, virtuous and faithful. She was a gatekeeper, gatekeeping the destinies of her children. She was the one who received the prophecy on the head of their children, and not Isaac, their father. And I particularly applaud her for watching on to know the right time, the right moment to activate prophecy. Now this pertains to every Christian. We have been instructed to watch and pray, because this is how to get God's blueprints for our purpose in life. But no, we don't watch. Once we are given prophecies in church, we return happy and anxiously wait few days to few weeks. And if it doesn't manifest, we tag the pastor a fake. But look at the life of Jacob. After God gave the prophecy before they were born, it took over 25 years to play out. This is why you must watch over your prophecies and prayerfully so. That couldn't have been the first time Rebecca was eavesdropping on Isaac and Esau's conversation, but she must have been secretly listening to them on a regular, waiting for the right moment to activate prophecy. A lot of people blame Esau over the eating of porridge. That didn't sell his destiny. The transaction was already done while he was yet defenseless in his mother's womb. The eating of the porridge was just a vehicle, a means, a justification to drive him to his expected end, an already decided one at that. A little advice to everyone. More often than not, people get to you by your weakness. Esau must have been a lover of food, hence his brother was able to easily trap him. However, as every script can be modified and edited, destinies can also be modified. Instead of judging God unfaithful and suing him before the illegal council of men, activate code mercy, CODE. Mercy is God's secret and all-time code. Whenever God scolds you or permits situations to happen to you, He does not leave you alone. He stands by and watch. If you come to humility, He would restore, heal, reinstate and re-establish you. But if you come to arrogance, he's most likely to leave you to destruct. We have the case of Jonah. God permitted situation to happen to him. And when he pled mercy, God spoke to the fish and it vomited Jonah. We have the case of Esau. When his father told him that the blessings were finished, he didn't just go. He pleaded, "Give me whatever blessing you have left." Although his father may not have said anything substantial, but I think God counted it for Esau as humility. Hence, the Bible records that Esau was very blessed, even so much that he needed nothing from his brother. We have the case of John the Baptist, who came to arrogance. When Jesus couldn't come to the prison to rescue him, he sent an arrogant message to Jesus. And you know the end of John the Baptist. We also have the case of Eli, arrogance. When God revealed to Samuel how he would destroy Eli because of his sons, Eli said to Samuel, "He is the Lord. Let him do as it pleases him." You know the rest of the story. You must plead mercy because as every script can be edited or modified, your destinies also can. His plans and purposes can be made clearer, easier, and better for you. At some point, Jesus asked if it were possible for the cup to pass over, but along the line of his journey, God sent him a helper to carry the cross. Same way, God can send you a helper to make your burdens light. You must plead mercy because no one excellently prepares for life. As it is written, the race is not to the swift. It is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth. And importantly, you must plead mercy intentionally because God has made his choice. And you better be in that choice or face the harsh cruelties of life. There is no two ways about it. As it is written, Esau have I hated, Jacob have I loved. As it is written, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. Peradventure your sins has disqualified you from the mercy fold of God. Peradventure family iniquity have separated you. Peradventure the words of your mouth have ensnared you. Peradventure affliction and human wickedness has bounded you. Re-enter into his mercy and consistently do so. Do so by genuinely pleading mercy. Don't just quote scriptures nor bask in ignorance. Do so by sacrificial giving unto God and humanity. Plead mercy by good deeds and showing mercy to others, as it is written, "Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy." As I round off, Matthew 11 verse 6, "Blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me." Jesus knew everything. He knew that at some point as a Christian, challenges must throw themselves at you. But he has advised you, do not be offended. He knew that you were going to be a hardworking young man, but your wife may not appreciate it. Do not be offended. He knew that you were going to be very intelligible, but might not easily come to opportunities. Do not be offended. He knew you were going to be committed in service, in church, and all of that, but might not be the first to share testimonies. Do not be offended. He knew that you may have hard times with your kids, marriage, certain business fail, delays, and all of that. Do not be offended. This is the word of the Lord, and Jesus is preached. Victoria Lords,